This video opens with Joe be like, man, we used to talk about real shit. And then he's like, put socks in a battery and fucking hit your bitch with it. He's like the first guy to talk. Welcome back to another Careful Boys, where we are indeed very careful boys. Today, we are talking about how we can be better for our significant others. Anthony?
Repeat the question.
How can you be better for your significant other?
It's a good problem.
This is a spelling bee?
Shit.
Damn, I'm on the spot already, don't you?
I think number one, you should always cheat. Number two, you should never work and let them do all the work because you could collect good payments like that and chill.
Very good.
Number three, talk shit to them so they'll stay.
Yeah.
Number four,
Put a chip on their shoulder.
huh?
Put a chip on their shoulder.
Write it down, kids.
Write it down, guys.
Like negging?
Yeah, negging.
Like,
Nah, it's just lit.
Joe's been watching Fresh and Fit too long.
I watched that this morning.
What, you did?
Those guys are wild boys, dude. They be saying some crazy shit.
I'm just curious, like, because a lot of people are like, oh, you guys should be watching, or you should bring them on, or whatever, right? And then,
Somebody hurt those guys.
Yeah, I would love dating tips that are useful in the Florida club scene.
right, right, exactly.
that's exactly
That's how
what I
you
thought.
package it.
I was just like, oh, these are the kind of guys that just go to the parties, like in Hollywood or whatever. And then those are the kind of girls that like go to they every weekend.
And they're
that's what
masters
they
of
do.
that.
Yeah, like I remember doing that. I remember seeing that in college and whatever. So I get it. But their mentality on dating in the world is just that's.
I agree, yeah.
It's like that, yeah.
They won't get girls like Games Workshop in Pasadena.
No, baby.
Prime time real estate, baby.
You think they go to the Renaissance Fair and get laid? Probably not. Nope.
First of all,
without
all
a
the honeys at the Renaissance Fair have bosom. You know what I'm talking
They
about?
do. They
That's
do.
what they call them too.
Is that premeditated?
Bosom.
For sure it is, right?
They got the pickles in there, the little dills.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. That's wild. That's premeditated.
Just throwing that out there. We looking for troll answers or looking serious stuff?
Well, serious stuff, but
Obviously.
I'm having a fucking ball.
And this is why we can't have serious
Yeah, this is
conversation
true.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm a very serious person.
I know, right?
So I never know where your eyes are. I don't know who you're looking at.
Seriously, I was just telling Kalyne that we used to have actual discussions, but we have so much fucking fun now that no discussions really get there anymore.
Well, we had quite a few discussions while you were gone.
Oh, really? Is that the case? You guys are boring. That's
Wait,
what
wait,
it is.
this is true. I did experience that.
We are really
A lot of heart to hearts.
A lot of crying.
Yeah, sorry, Anthony, go
Without
ahead.
Joe.
Serious answers. I could probably build better and stronger bridges and relationships to her family. Just get closer to her family.
It's real.
Yeah.
Too real, too fast.
No, that's good.
No, that's good.
I should have
That is
eased
good.
into it.
No, you're right. Because
That's real shit, though.
How do you think you haven't done that? Like
I don't think it's a matter of having, but I think that like maybe like her family, all of her sisters have children and stuff. So like it's oftentimes like every time we hang out, it's a lot of like the kids or like the pets or like just family in general. But like making a more direct or personal effort to like build like a one-on-one relationship with like her sister or like a brother-in-law or something like that, I feel like maybe could just, I don't know, deepen bonds and stuff, or like just improve the chemistry overall when we do see each other, or even being willing to like talk to them outside of group texts. I don't know if anybody else like has like, you know, especially with your guys' significant others, if you already have individual group text, or I mean individual texts with like siblings. I don't really have that. I have like group texts with like her siblings and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah, I think I could build better bridges.
I DM Hannah's dad. I slide into his DMs.
Yeah, what do you say to him?
We talk about cars and how goofy Hannah is.
That's really precious.
That's cool.
And then her mom, she hits me up on WhatsApp. So her dad hits me up on Instagram, because we like to flirt on Instagram. And then, but her mom is more personal, so we talk on WhatsApp.
That's cute.
Yep. And then she's always talking about how like much we're doing a good job in life.
That's cute.
That's amazing.
She watches all of our videos on YouTube and all that, and then
Oh, good. She got to see you open this video talking about like treat her like shit.
I think she stopped watching JK News because we were talking about too much sexual shit together.
Yeah, would you rather fuck your mom or dad is considered sexual?
Yeah, probably.
This video opens with Joe be like, man, we used to talk about real shit. And then he's like, put socks in a battery and fucking hit your bitch with it. He's like the first guy to talk.
I know. She's probably like, yeah, you know, I don't want Hannah to go on a hot seat to see to hear which parent she would fuck.
She said that?
I'm pretty sure that's what she's gonna say next.
Oh shit, I thought she word for word said that. I'm like, oh man, she really watches.
I would say we would make an exception for her, but I don't trust myself.
No, you gotta go hard.
And she'd probably answer too. She would answer.
I'm loyal to the show. I wouldn't do that to her. It's just it's the seat that I respect.
Exactly.
You know
Thank
what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't have a relationship with her brothers yet, but then her parents are fucking dope as hell. And I do think you're right, like, just building that bond, it's like solidifying that unit together. You're not just fuck buddies in a bed and just you like to have fucking late night dinners together, which are most relationships. Now you're building ties to family members and you're like, yo, this is the long run.
Yeah.
I recently got to hang out with my in-laws, and I always say got to because I actually really look forward to hanging out with them. They've always been chill. I think they're younger because Nikki was like an oopsie baby, so like they were like 18 when they had her, and so Nikki's like, folks, like her dad, like a couple years ago, I'll never forget him him just talking about our family, like me and Nikki's brother and her mom and. He's like, this is our core, and I just about like got all choked up when he said
that's
that.
sick.
So I was like, damn, I'm like fucking in and stuff.
He was telling you, he's like, this is our core.
Well, he was saying it to
respect it.
Oh, I hope he thought. I hope he thought I was in. I hope he thought I was in.
You are in, dude. You're
Okay.
in the circle.
Okay.
You'll meet the Fockers in the circle.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
No, but I really thought that because Nikki always told me, she's like, man, I know he's brought guys home, and I brought so many guys home. I brought so many like different dudes home, like many different men. And my dad only liked you. And she's like, trust me, I brought a lot of guys. And I was like, wow, this is really an honor, you know?
I feel like you keep saying that.
Thousands and thousands of guys. And none of them
I can't tell you how many guys I've
yeah.
met.
Said many men, many men.
But this guy,
But I think that it was because I just give him respect. Like when I met him, like it's like shake the hand, look the eye, like all that kind of shit. You know,
can't see your eyes,
You gotta
though.
fucking do that shit. You gotta fucking.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I But as far as what I could get better at for Nikki, I think that I do an amazing job.
Maybe you can just accept the pillows.
What is it?
So maybe you can just accept the pillows.
oh,
Not the pillows, dude.
Edit that out.
Can't do that.
Isn't it comfortable having a lot of pillows? Because I used to judge that shit because I'm like, I only need like one or two. And then after you experience the pillow game and you're like, wow, there's so many clouds to sleep on.
I don't think so, Joe.
I mean, they end up on the floor when you wake up. But
That's
still,
the thing. It's like, and then you gotta fucking put them all on the bed. It's crazy. It's madness. It's the definition.
you have to do it?
Hey, listen, I'm sorry I brought it up. Let's just move on.
I have to do it because she's like, when you don't make the bed, I feel disrespected, and I'm like, God.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I gotta fucking take 89 pillows and put them in an arrangement.
Damn. Well, you could put them all in sheets, wrap it up, tie it in a big sack like that. It's I made the bed. It's a dumpling.
Since it's November, you should make like a big ass cornucopia and just put pillows in it.
That is really good, actually. That's easy. But no, something I could actually do better for Nikki, I think, is prioritizing date nights again, because we kind of moved into Vegas and we fucking love it so much, and we spend a lot of time like hanging out with neighbors and like friends and stuff. But like bringing it back in and like we do hang out at home a lot, especially post COVID. I think we got into that like kind of thing that everyone gets into, where it's like we're gonna hang out at home and we're gonna watch a cool show or something.
Yeah.
But I think making sure that we go somewhere and experience something together, prioritizing that like weekly or whatever we can do schedule wise would be,
Agreed.
yeah. I want to do that more.
That COVID flow really gets you.
Yeah,
It's so comfy. It's so nice.
It was too comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I would probably piggyback off that. That's probably one of the things.
Real original, Nick.
I know, but it's true though. Like, you know, it's.
Feel free to add on to the conversation.
Yeah,
I'm going to. But no, everything else I do is perfect.
Right about now.
I could
make
probably shut up more. I'd probably close my mouth more. That'd be good at the house.
Why are you looking at me only?
Would it get me in trouble?
Because you want me to add more, dude.
Piggybacking off you.
Is that real though? Are you talking about like when she's opening up about shit? Maybe you're trying to solve shit. Like we.
Yeah, like we've a lot. I relate to Steve a lot because when he talks about things with his significant other, I'm like, yeah, I do the same shit, bro. Because you brought that up a long time ago when we were on the show, and you were talking about how like sometimes you're always like, oh, but how about, did you try this? Did you try this? And maybe think about it this way. And then she's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut your goddamn mouth. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. this would make my life way easier. So like shutting my mouth is probably definitely top notch. And I think across the board, I think shutting my mouth is very helpful. But then also quality time, like actually crafting times where so much of our day and when we hang out is with family members, other friends, and then like we just have all these events we have to fucking do and all this stuff, and then we get wrapped up and we don't have any time for ourselves, and that's lame. So me and Steve are gonna double date, dude. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, no, like sitting down and crafting time and figuring out what's creative to do with the significant other is tough.
I'm down to double date sometime.
Let's double date, dude.
Nah, dude, that's whack, dude.
No?
Yeah, maybe one time.
I feel sick.
We should do a JK.
We got, they got the whole medical field thing that maybe they could talk about, and then we like the boys.
Oh, they can talk about work together. They'd love that. They love their work, I'm sure.
Speaking of, I think a lot of us have kind of a blend of family business experience, like with our significant other, right? Like you have a photo studio, like we kind of you have a podcast, so it's like
We have cats. It's family.
that blend though is like it's a little bit, it does make it where like it blurs the line between like, are we talking about work or am I here supporting you and like we're venting? Yeah. Because then one can get mixed with the other, and then so like, but if your partner needs to vent and you just got to be there for support, but then you're trying to like troubleshoot because you think it's a work thing. I feel like that is what I wish I knew, but because like girls are like really good at that. Like they'll be like, okay, it's that vent mode, we just got to get it out, and then we could think about how we're gonna solve it and then move on, right? Whereas like the way we do it, I guess most guys is more like, oh, tell me your problem, all right, you should do this, this, and this, and then we're like, oh, that's a good idea. How about I do it like this, and then you go back and solve the problem. But then that works, I think, in a work environment because it's solution based. But then when she talks about work, and then I'm also involved in the work, it always goes to that.
So that seeps into the personal aspect of your life.
Yeah,
So sometimes it's hard to distinguish what you're actually trying to solve.
Right, because then it's like, maybe I just need to, like you said, shut the fuck up and like, oh wait, this is a vent session, so like let me just be there for that.
Or I get a job with her. And then I can give her constructive feedback.
Oh, that's good.
I'll be a social worker with her.
If I'm her boss, I can.
If I'm her coworker, I can.
So I asked her if you could preface it like, is this a vent or
Yes.
whatever. But then I also, in the moment, it's hard because then she needs to get it out too, and I get it.
It could
So
be just
it's
a pause moment, like, do you want a solution or do you just want me to listen?
True.
Instead of asking, it's just, you just preference it.
But isn't that a
That's
little?
also really hard for this.
Isn't it also kind of condescending to say that? It's like, do you want a solution, honey, or do you want me to just?
Well, I guess, the tone really makes the
It
difference.
doesn't,
here.
yeah.
It's like if I could just sit here and blink if you want. It's a little condescending.
I'm lucky because I get to communicate that way,
Yeah.
and then like it works. But yeah, like not everyone does. So I think it's more about me being able to recognize that I need to communicate that, because I just go immediately into, oh, you should do this, this, and this, because I got the answer, versus like, oh, that sucks. Tell me about your day. You know.
You're never with Mike Song. He's like, I just need to talk right now. Just don't give me solutions.
I'm that guy. I just need you to hear me.
No solutions.
I think the most of the blurred stuff is when it's solvable issues that I have experience in. So for example, if it's like let's say sales or management or something that she's just unsure of and she's annoyed about someone doing it a certain way, and then I can't tell the difference between that and a work question and work annoyance, because it is involving work and it's something that I know something about. So then when it's too blurred like that, then that's when it's like I see myself being too preachy or lectury or bossy, and then it's like, oh, I should take a step back because that wasn't what it was.
That's good to see that. That's really good.
But then other aspects, like, I think I can clearly see the lines now, whereas in the past, I think like I didn't know even what venting was. Like when a girl just starts venting, I would just start telling her, oh, that's stupid, you gotta do it this way. Like all dumb young
That works.
boys, right? They all do the same shit. Yeah. And then later you go, oh, wait, they solve it differently. Going back to the quality time aspect of it, if you're already with that person all the time, then it's difficult to want to spend more time. Because you want alone time.
Yes.
I think you need new experiences,
That's
especially for a
probably true,
variety of different
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
You need to just find things that maybe you both are interested in doing and
Yeah.
have an activity.
I think for me, like I think it's like some of the common stuff, like stop trying to have an alert go off when you go, oh, this is a teachable moment. I should tell her this is how this goes. I think I need to shut the fuck up when those things happen, because they're not. Like, we're both fucking learning.
Yeah.
And I think in general, just, this is a fucking heavy one to say, but like, I think I'm a really good boyfriend, and I don't think I'm developing all of the best ways to be a good husband. And I think those are a different like set of features.
Can you dive into that a little bit?
Just like it could range from something so simple as like just knowing how to cook a lot of things, you know, like ways that I would be a good dad, you know, like things that maybe I haven't even thought about, but like for so many years, like we've been together like 6 years, and I've cultivated a lot of things that are really fun or really like you know, we have a great time together, but in terms of like responsibility aspects or just like long-term big picture things, like I know I haven't thought about it as much. So lately I've been trying to do more things like that.
Are you trying to? This could be very personal. We'll cut it if you want.
Dude, we've been cutting shit all day, bro. That's why we dance around. I know.
Let's talk about relationships. They love that. Cutting everything.
Well, we gotta be respectful, right? We gotta be open in the room.
Personal lives are personal lives.
We're not talking about ourselves anymore. We're talking about somebody else.
Exactly.
As well.
Gotta be protective of our people. But, you know, are you trying to? Is it like something where you're like, I don't think she's ready to be my wife yet, or is it like you're trying to be even better for that step?
We're pretty open about talking about what we want to do, and it's more on my end. Like I don't think there's anything she has to change. Really, it's just I think I'm such a boy about a lot of things, and I'm aware. I'm like self-aware of that shit. Like, dude, like the way that I kind of my mentality is by default is very much more like a guy, and not like as man as it could be in my ideal.
So you're trying to mature your zany side or your wild side? You know what I mean?
I mean, I want to retain those things, but like I think in general, life skills wise, I'm better at a lot of things that a man doesn't necessarily need. And I think very core skills like...
This is a good conversation starter. I actually want to expand on this.
Yeah.
But it's already the 20-minute mark. Should we do it on the
Yeah,
next?
well, we can do a part. We can do part two.
No, but we already cut out 18 minutes of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think that's something that every person, like every guy will have their own journey on that.
Yeah.
But there is going to come a time where you will sort of see that shift. And I think I'm just kind of late to the game a little bit. You know, like... And like everything around the house, like I tried to, over the past couple of years, I've tried to like find more practical skills, like how to fix things myself, how to like do things, like stuff that I remember my dad doing probably at a way younger age than I did, you know, just like real skills, you know.
If you're not yelling while you're trying to fix something, you're not a man yet. Yeah.
If your ass crack isn't sticking out at the top, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know, just like different things, and you know, I try to provide in I think modern ways. Like I'll order food all the time for her, which is nice. But
I'm hella skilled at that.
Yeah.
I know, but like
Order
I
food is
want to
fine.
also cook, and I know she would love that. But rather than invest the time to get better at that. It's so easy to just go, oh well, like she loves this, I'll just order that. But it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I know that like in the long term, like you have to learn how to do that very well, and you know it's
you
not
think
something
our-
that just happens.
Do you think our kids will be watching all that happen, and then they're like on a JK later, and they're like, man, my dad used to order food like this, and I'm like, I don't know how to do it that confidently. Like I'm like,
No, my kid's gonna go. That's why the food sucks around here.
Yeah. His dad can't cook.
Or just in the future, they just push the little buttons and just like little paste comes out, and that's like the flavor of a cheeseburger.
Sick.
I think on part two, what I want to ask the question of is what is that definition of being that epitome of a man?
Yeah.
Because then Because then for him, like, it sounds like your ideal is here, and you're not there ready yet. Like, you don't deserve being a husband, and you're not up to par to your ideal.
I think it's all along where you're shifting your focus. It's like I don't expect to become the fucking, Tim Allen of what my world is, but I think like it's where I'm investing my awareness. It's like, oh, like I know that I'm doing this for this reason. I like what other motivations are to learn first aid other than to know that like, oh, if shit goes down as the husband,
Well, you gotta learn first aid in order to get certain ranks in Boy Scouting. So
And he's CPR certified.
But those are man skills, right? Because I know a lot of people with man skills, but they're boys.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good talk about in part 2.
It's a good talk to talk about. Don't forget that, folks.
let's keep talking about
We did do what's the definition of man when Joe was gone, but this is kind of an extension of that. Yeah.
wasn't that in the context of like a trans person?
There was.
Though.
No, but this one's more sitting down and making sure that it's an intervention with Joe.
Got it.
Got it.
This one's a gender role.
This one's a harmful gender role.